Wait, are we going to become German citizens? Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. I am Donnie, and along with my wife Aubrey, we are two Americans currently living in Germany with our baby, sharing all of our experiences living and traveling throughout Europe. In case you aren't keeping up with the latest German citizenship news, the German government has been debating about drastically overhauling the laws for becoming a citizen by naturalization. News agency Deutsche Welle laid out the proposed changes in a recent article by highlighting the three main changes being: 1. Immigrants legally living in Germany will be allowed to apply for citizenship after 5 years rather than the current 8. 2. Children born in Germany of at least one parent who has been living legally in the country for 5 years or more will automatically get German citizenship. 3. Multiple citizenships will be allowed. One thing not noted here is that the government is also debating allowing a fast-track application where you can actually apply for citizenship after only 3 years if you have excellent German language skills and are extremely well integrated into society. To be honest, if the current laws are never changed, if you're watching this before they change the law, we personally will never become German citizens. The main reason being isn't the amount of time that we have to stay in Germany to qualify to apply for citizenship, the language requirements, or the fact that we don't like Schlager music. It's because of the current laws regarding dual citizenship. You see, if we wanted to get German citizenship, we would be forced to give up our American citizenship because, as a general rule, Germany doesn't like people to have multiple citizenships and, in their opinion, multiple allegiances to other countries rather than being fully committed to Germany. And at this point, we would never give up our American citizenship. There are going to be a lot of feverishly typing commenters right now because there are, in fact, those that do have multiple citizenships. But to be fair, only about 3.5% of the population in Germany has more than one nationality. But wait, if I just said Germany doesn't allow multiple nationalities, how can some people have German citizenship and another? So there are very strict circumstances and exceptions in which some very few lucky people are indeed allowed to have dual citizenship, but we personally do not fall in any of those special categories. For example, one of those exceptions are for people born from one American parent and one German parent, and they are allowed to get both American and German citizenship. However, getting into those very few exceptions wouldn't serve a purpose for this video, so I'm not going to go any deeper than that. But for most people trying to become a naturalized citizen, meaning non-citizens acquiring citizenship generally based on the amount of time spent in Germany among a few other requirements rather than by birthright, allowing to keep your original citizenship while gaining German citizenship isn't an option in most cases. So, to be honest, we originally came to Germany with the intention of staying for 1 year and having an adventure. We stayed another year, and then we had a baby in Germany. And no, our baby did not get German citizenship and has no rights to German citizenship at the moment, even though he was born here. We definitely checked into all of that. And now we are here 3.5 years on, and suddenly citizenship might be an option for us. So if I am going to possibly eventually try and get German citizenship, there is one big test standing between any foreigner and getting that Deutsche Pass, and that is the Einbürgerungstest. And that's exactly what I'm going to take today in my video. Just call me Herman, because I'm becoming a German. Well, maybe. Oh, and of course, you do have to be able to already speak German to be able to take this test because the test is only given in German. Here we go. Let's start this test. Welches ist das Wappen der Bundesrepublik Deutschland? Honestly, pretty easy. The third one, I'm pretty sure, is the Bundeswehr. The fourth one, former Eastern Germany. The PX one looks like a pirate's logo. Honestly, I don't know that one, so I hope they don't ask about that one. Next Aufgabe. Zu welchem Fest tragen Menschen in Deutschland bunte Kostüme und Masken? Actually, that one is going on right now as I record this video. Rosenmontag. Which age can people vote in the Bundestag elections? I'm pretty sure that's 18 right now, the same as the US, but I think they were actually debating to move it down to 16. So at the moment, it should still just be 18. Was ist mit dem deutschen Grundgesetz vereinbar? Die Prügelstrafe. Honestly, I don't know that word. Die Folter, I don't know that word. Die Todesstrafe, I don't think they put people to death in Germany, but Geldstrafe, definitely. I've talked about all of my speeding tickets in Germany before, so you guys know that. I feel like I'm on a pretty good roll already. 4 in. Mit welchen Worten beginnt die deutsche National? This one I definitely know. Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit. However, if you ask me to sing beyond that, I know absolutely none of the words. So, Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit. So I don't know if I'm getting these right or wrong yet, I guess, but I could be getting these wrong. I think it'll show me at the end how many I actually passed. So as of right now, I think I'm 5 for 5. When can a party in Germany be banned? Wenn ihr Wahlkampf zu teuer ist, I don't think it's because it's too expensive. Wenn sie gegen die Verfassung, it's got to be that one. When the party fights against the Constitution. But let's see. When sie Kritik am Staatsoberhaupt, and I think you can eine neue Richtung vorstellen. Oh yeah, no, I think you can also. It's got to be fighting against the Verfassung, the Constitution. Was bedeutet die Abkürzung CDU in Deutschland? That was Angela Merkel's political party. So what does CDU stand for? And that would definitely be, I say definitely. Definitely not Club Deutsche Unternehmer. Christliche Deutsche Umweltschutz, no. Christliche Deutsche Union or Christliche Demokratische Union. Demokratische Union. It should be that one, the CDU. Für wie viele Jahre wird der Bundestag in Deutschland gewählt? Ooh. This one I definitely, my gut would tell me every 4 years because in the US, the president is elected every 4 years, but this is not the chancellor necessarily. I'm gonna go 4 years. I think that's the first one that I'm the least confident about. I need to learn that. How often is it elected? Die Wahlen in Deutschland sind speziell. I don't know if that's necessarily special. Geheim, secret, berufsbezogen, geschlechtsabhängig. It's not, no, it's definitely not according to your gender. It's gotta be secret. Meinungsfreiheit in Deutschland heißt, dass ich Passanten auf der Straße beschimpfen darf. I'm pretty sure that the first one I think is saying that you're allowed to kind of criticize general people on the street. Need to check on my German on that one. Nazi symbol tragen darf. No, you can't wear the Nazi symbol. So that would be a difference. In the US, you are allowed to do that. It's a freedom of expression. But in Germany, because of the history, the Nazi symbol has been forbidden. So you can't do that. Meine Meinung sagen darf, solange ich... No, you can also criticize the government here. So yeah, see, my German is failing me on this one. I'm gonna go with the first one. Let's see. Real quick, I need to let you guys know that there's a link to our merch shop in the description below. And also, I want to give a huge shout out, as always, to our patrons for continuing to support our channel. I am so appreciative of you guys. And if you guys would like to know more ways that you can support our channel, a link to our Patreon is in the description below as well. But also, if you just hit that like and subscribe button, that also goes a super long way. Thanks so much for doing that. In Germany, what is the 5% hurdle? Pretty sure this has to do with the Bundestag and a party being able to join the Bundestag. They have to have at least 5% of the vote to be able to even take part in the Bundestag, if I remember right. Abstimmungsregeln im Bundestag für kleine Parteien. That sounds like it could be. Anwesenheitskontrolle im Bundestag für Abstimmung. Mindestens-Anteil an Wahlstimmen in Parlament. Yes, that one. That's exactly what I think I just described. Moving on. In einer Demokratie. Whoa. What happened to my voice? The citizen... I always love, it's like, how do you translate this in English? The citizens, or just the male citizens and the female citizens? We're gonna go with that one. In Germany is a town mayor or a female town mayor. Oh, this is, I think, just general, just German knowledge. Is, do you know what the translation of a Bürgermeister? Well, I guess not the translation, but what do they do? So it's definitely not the boss of a bank, not a cook in a bank. Classic. Das Oberhaupt einer Gemeinde, yes. So what's allowed when it comes to the federal and the state elections? The husband can vote for the wife. I don't think Aubrey would stand for that if we became citizens, so no. So it should be the second one. That one should be true. You can't call in your vote. And then children starting from 14 years old can vote. No, like I said, we already had this as a question. I think it's 18. They might reduce it down to 16, but it should definitely be that you can send in your vote by mail. Eine Richterin in Deutschland gehört zur... This one also should be exactly like American, and if I miss this, it's going to be embarrassing. But so it's a judge belongs to which branch here? Not legislative, not operative, not executive, the judicial branch, the judicative. I'm about halfway through. I feel like I feel like I maybe have missed 2 questions, possibly 1. So if that's the case, I should only have to really answer like 3 more questions, and I think I should be able to get German citizenship. Was verbietet das deutsche Grundgesetz? Not allow. Arbeit im Ausland. You can work in another country. I think Germans on the border work in France like all the time, so that shouldn't be a problem. The free choice of jobs. It did not allow that. You can definitely have whatever job you want. It's got to be Zwangsarbeit. Honestly, I don't think I know what Zwangsarbeit is though, so I'm not confident about this one too. But I mean, just by process of elimination, I felt okay about it, I guess. Das dritte. I'm really glad that this is a written test. I've had to take oral exams with my German to show my German skills, to be able to get certificates to prove to the German government of my German, but I know my pronunciation is not great. That R too. Das Dritte Reich war it was a dictatorship. Goodness gracious. So that one I felt very good about. Moving on. So what was the symbol of the Nazis? Was not the development of a democracy. Was not general religious freedom. Jews. Was not you can have your own. It was a state of racism. 19. Was passierte am 9. November 1938 in Deutschland? That should be Kristallnacht, the night that the Nazis went and destroyed Jewish stores and burned books and destroyed synagogues, I think. That's exactly what I just described. German businesses and synagogues were destroyed by Nazis. Number 20. Boy, there's a lot of questions about Nazi times on here. I think this is definitely something that would be interesting for Americans, and I'm going to want to make a video about this at one point, but just about like how Germans really, they don't hide from the Nazi era in terms of they don't talk about it or they don't do anything to remember it. They are very good about making sure everybody is aware of that time and how horrible it was and how wrong it was. I mean, even like in this test, they want to make sure that everybody kind of knows of the atrocities of the Nazi times before becoming a German citizen. What was there during the time of the Nazis in Germany? Honestly, I'm having a hard time remembering. Did they ban other parties, or did they just like pretend that they won all of the votes? I guess it's banned all the parties because they had political prisoners that they would put into concentration camps and stuff as well. Okay, I'm gonna go with that one. So, warum nennt man die Zeit im Herbst 1989 in der DDR die Wende? In dieser Zeit veränderte sich die DDR politisch. So, talking about the times the DDR, Eastern Germany, in the fall of 1989, what was changing politically? From a dictator to a democracy, from a liberal market Wirtschaft to socialism. No, that'd be the opposite direction, because 1989 was about the time that things were changing and communism was falling, so it wouldn't be going backwards. They went from a religious state to a communist. No, that's the opposite direction. So it was going from a dictatorship to a democracy. The Berlin Wall fell. 22. Die Bundesrepublik Deutschland hat die Grenzen von heute Zeit. This is a fun fact. 1933, no. 1949, no, because then Germany was split. So you had West Germany, East Germany. 1971, just kind of a random date I think they just threw out there to throw you off, but I don't know if anything really like significant happened in 1971. But 1990 was when East and West finally came back together and you had becoming one again. So that would be today's border. This is interesting. This isn't necessarily about Germany, but the EU. So the EU Parliament, when is it voted on? Oh geez, I don't think I know anything about the EU Parliament, to be honest with you. I was just focusing on Germany and Rhineland-Pfalz, where we live. So I would have probably have guessed 4 years if that would have been an option, but it's not. I'm gonna guess because it's EU-wide, maybe they want to focus on their country, so they make that less often. I'm gonna split. I'm gonna go with 6. 5 just seems too close to 4 to be true. Seems like it should be a round number, but 8 seems too long for some single people to be in power. So that's my process of elimination and justification for 6 years. Welches Land ist ein Nachbarland von Deutschland? Oh, I think we visited every single bordering country to Germany at this point. So we should know Denmark to the north. Yes. What? Wait. Okay. Oh, gosh. Yes. I was thinking, which of these is not a border country? I was just getting confused. I was like, I know for a fact Finland isn't. Norway isn't also, and Sweden also isn't. Denmark's the only one that's a border. Okay, what ist ein Nachbarland? Denmark, of course. Oh, I've never done anything with the BIZ, the BIZ, so don't know what they do. There's so many different agencies that you have to work with in Germany. I don't know what all of them do. They don't do Steuererklärung. That would be a Steuerberater. Not Krankenversicherung. It's gotta be these two. Renten. But if it's work information, Renten is to go into retirement, so it must be looking for. I'm thinking that's looking for a teaching position. If you're looking for information for a job, it's gotta be that one. Ein Ehepaar möchte in Deutschland ein Restaurant eröffnen. Was braucht es dazu unbedingt? I've never opened a restaurant, never looked into it. So what do you need? But I do own a business in Germany, so maybe that will help. You need permission from the police. I don't think the police would necessarily need to get involved in somebody opening a business, so I can't imagine it's that. A permission from a political party, can't be that, because why would they care also? Einwohnermeldeamt, I mean, maybe to make sure to see that you're registered in Germany. Ein Gaststätteerlaubnis von der Zuständigen. Yeah, it's gotta be that one. You gotta have a permission to be able to open a restaurant from the correlating agency. So where can you get an Abitur and a woman wants to do it? I think Hauptschule, Hochschule are just for like children. This is a adult woman, so it would be like an evening school. I'm not confident about that. I've never heard of an Abendgymnasium. When do you need to be quiet in Germany at night? Oh, I just recently talked about this in a video actually. Do you think all the neighbors like ask each other, are you in bed yet? And then they find out at that point, that's when they need to be quiet? No. Maybe they watch the relots. When the relots go down, they know the neighbors are going to sleep, and that's when they know to be quiet. No. When the sun goes down? No, because the sun goes down like at 3, 4 in the afternoon during the winter. Like if you had to be quiet at that point, you'd be quiet for most of the day. That is 22 Uhr. All right, only 5 more to go. So, a man in a wheelchair hat sich auf eine Stelle als Buchhalter beworben. He applied for this job. Was ist ein Beispiel für Diskriminierung? Bekommt die Stelle nur deshalb nicht. So what's an example of discrimination? It would be discrimination if you hired him because he was sitting in a wheelchair. In East Germany, there are migrants from where the most? I honestly have no idea. I would imagine in the DDR, there was more migrants from other communist nations. I mean, this one, for some reason, Mexico doesn't seem right to me. This one, France doesn't seem right to me. Vietnam, that doesn't seem right either. And each one of these, there's something that doesn't seem right. Is this a trick question? Because it's like the USSR had, you know what? I'm gonna go with this France, Romania, and Somalia one just for the heck of it. I don't know. Okay, 31. Welches Wappen gehört zum Bundesland Berlin? Berlin is famous for their bear, and all over Germany you see like little stones where they have the bear on it and tells you how far away you are from Berlin. Number 4, that's very obvious. I think the first one, well, I'm not even gonna pretend like I know what the other ones are. I know Berlin, that's the bear. What is the boss of the leader of the government for the state of Berlin? I know for Rhineland-Pfalz it's the Ministerpräsidentin, but yeah, Berlin's a weird one because it's a city-state. So maybe it wouldn't be the Ministerpräsident, it wouldn't be Oberbürgermeister. I'm gonna go with the government Bürgermeister or Regierung. I don't know what that, I've never heard that term. I don't know this one, also a guess. But last question, welches Bundesland ist Berlin? Okay, that's a piece of cake. Number 2, just kidding, 2 Saarland. Number 4 is Berlin. All right, let's see the results. Did I get 17 correct to be able to become a German citizen? Oh, yes, I really do want to end this test. I got 29 out of 33 right. So I would be able to be a German citizen. But let's see, which ones did I miss? What was number 10? So I did the Passanten auf der Straße beschimpfen darf. Or is beschimpfen, is that a hit? Or what is beschimpfen? I'm gonna Google translate that. Oh, abuse would be that. No. You cannot abuse people on the streets. And then the last one that I just missed, yeah. Oh, it was Vietnam, Poland, and most. I want to know how many of you guys actually knew that one, because I would have no idea where most of the migrants that lived in the DDR was from. But I'd be interested in knowing who actually knew that, or if there's some reason why I should know that. Is there an easy way of remembering that for the test in the future? There you have it. Need to brush up on my German vocab, a little bit of some facts here and there, but I think I could do this test pretty easily if I wanted to. Let me know in the comments, could you have passed this test? To see who made it this far into the video, the random question of the week is Coke or Pepsi? Which is the better soft drink? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you in our next video. I hope you can't hear those church bells. I love the church bells, but just not while I'm recording a video. Real quick, I need to Real quick, I need to let you guys know that there's a link to our merch shop in the description below. And also I want to, it wasn't a monarchy. A monarchy. No, that's malarkey. No, monarchy. Monarchy.